Hi, I'm Todd Wenty, and this is the Daily 180 180 seconds of motivation and inspiration intended to help you take action and make progress in your life. This is episode 701 of the Daily 180, and I wanted to share something that was kind of a part of a conversation. I'm not going to share the whole conversation because well, a long conversation, but I want to share part of a conversation. Missed my microphone there. I wanted to share part of a conversation that I was having with two of my children earlier this week. We were having a conversation about the nature of life. Uh, one of those one of those kinds of conversations that children look at their parents sometimes and say, "Oh my gosh, you're just out of touch," or "Oh my goodness, why are we having this conversation? I don't want to be lectured at. I don't want to be thinking about these big things. Blah 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 blah." But for me, as I was thinking about this, I was thinking very clearly about two forces that seem to be at play in life. Now, where this all started for me, the conversation with my kids, but where this all started for me was here in my office. If you're looking behind me, you can see that my office is a bit chaotic. In fact, it would be probably safe to say it's not a bit chaotic. It's kind of a haven of chaos. And I know some people who say things like, well, a chaotic environment is an indication of a creative mind. And that may be very true. But one of the things that I've noticed about my chaotic environment that I have here in my office is that sometimes it feels scary. Sometimes it feels claustrophobic. Sometimes it feels disconnected. Hi, Pete, babe. Good to see you again. Sometimes it feels like it's a place that chases me away. In fact, sometimes it's a place where I and where other things get lost too. My office is a place where, for a while, it was my haven, and so I worked very hard to keep it pretty orderly. And then somewhere around Christmas time this year, it got a little out of control, and that became a lot out of control. And it got to the point where there was a little pathway to my chair and a little pathway to my computer, and that was about it. And I wasn't able to be productive because there was so much chaos going on, and I couldn't even force myself to really get a small amount of work done in this space. So I started trying to impose a small amount of order on the chaos that existed all around me, and it took me about an hour, about the better part of an hour to get I would say about 15% of the chaos under control. Now, I don't know how long it took for that chaos to develop, but it took concentrated effort to take all of the chaos and organize it, pull it together, find out what needed to go out, what needed to stay, where it needed to go, and how to make some of those things fit together. As I started to think about that, I started to think about how life sometimes works and how sometimes when we're in extremely chaotic places for a short period of time, it can be really fun. It can be an opportunity to try new things. It can be an opportunity to pursue new interests. It can be an opportunity to just be bombarded with new information. And that can be really fertile ground for creativity. Like some of my friends say, that chaotic environment means it's a creative place. Yeah, for a little while. But after a while, with so much coming at you, without the ability to put some kind of order on top of it, it can become exhausting. So as we are having a conversation with my kids about this, I told them that I think that one of the things that is a purpose of life is trying to figure out the balance between the chaos around us that's always going to continue to be there and imposing a modicum of order upon it in such a way that we can make things better. One of the mantras that I've been trying to live by over the last, boy, probably 4 or 5 years, consciously trying to live by, I think it was always kind of in the back of my head, but it's certainly become conscious, is make things better, not worse. Uh, and and I recognize that that's a big order. And sometimes that means it's a small piece of something that we make a little bit bigger. Organized Uppy Babe, Caitlin, mentioning, organized chaos is my house right now. Hey, it's been our house too for most of the time that my children have been alive. But what have we found is that when we put a small amount of organization to it, when we can put just a little bit of organizing in the chaos, we create a space where people feel like they are welcomed, where they can be calm, where they can escape all of the chaos outside, and they can come into a place that feels welcoming. I'm not suggesting that homes or that lives or that offices should be sterile. You can look behind me and see that it's still pretty chaotic. But I am suggesting that sometimes when the chaos is too much, that imposing a little bit of order on it can really make a difference. I hope that's something that's worth thinking about. I hope it's something that inspires you, not that makes you feel picked on or depressed or any of those kinds of things, but that lets you have an idea of maybe I can make a little piece of this a little better so that it's a more comfortable and welcoming place for love to exist in my life. I hope that's useful. It certainly has been something that I've been thinking about, so I wanted to share it. As I say at the end of all of these, share this with your friends. Share it out with whoever you think might be interested in it. And if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Love to have more people come along with us. This has been the Daily 180. My name is Todd Wente. Nullum diem. We'll see you next time.